The last video cut off a little early, but you should have seen that both the solutions -5 and 1 work. In particular, I want you to make sure that when you plug in the 1, you should get absolute value of -3. On the right side, we get absolute value of 3, which means 3 equals 3, which is true. So both solutions do work. In your notes, and there's already a space for this in your class notes if you pull them up for tomorrow, practice these 4 problems. Make sure that you know how to find the solutions for x in each one of these absolute value equations. I will also put solutions at the end of the video if you care to check your answers. Okay, so those are problems where we're solving for x. However, we're used to also seeing linear equations in 2 variables, where the variables co-vary. And what covariation means is that as one variable changes, the other changes. For example, we can have a linear function such as this, where as x increases, y also increases. Similarly, as x decreases, y decreases. We'll look at a couple of examples both in the video and in our class problems tomorrow. But it's important to understand that this linear equation can appear in a couple of different ways. And the forms are in this table for you. So, linear equation is a first-degree polynomial with 2 distinct variables. We usually have those variables as x and y. In the general form, we set everything equal to 0, meaning we have ax plus by plus c equal to 0. An example could be 2x plus y plus 2 equals 0. In the standard form, we put the variables on one side and the constant term on the other, which would be 2x plus y equals -2. In slope-intercept form, we put y on one side as our output and x on the other side as our input. So we solve for y essentially, giving us y equals -2x minus 2. And in point-slope form, we need to know an ordered pair on our graph. So 1 point, and those become our x1, y1 terms. For this equation, we do have the ordered pair of 0, -2. So we write y minus -2, which is plus 2, equals our slope, which is in fact -2, times x minus 0, which is just x. Y plus 2 equals -2x. Be familiar with all 4 forms, and in particular, be comfortable with translating between them. So if given standard form, be able to put your function into slope-intercept form. Be able to just go back and forth, see things, recognize them. There are appropriate times for each of these 4 forms. If you're comfortable with those basics about linear functions, go on to the next video where we'll talk a little bit about linear versus exponential functions, as well as looking at the slope-intercept form in particular.